Night City is a dumpster fire. It burns each and every day, sinking lower, its ashes rising in heaps around its perimeter. The people you are about to witness are survivors. Desperate, everyone. This is their story. Welcome back to the dark future.
And we're back. Sadly, our guest seems to have left during our break. So, to make kibble out of the scop we've been given, let's talk about cyberware malfunctions and what it can mean for you. Now, I'm no doctor, which is why Hot Flash has consulted one Dr. Hex on the sorts of side effects one can experience when their Chrome zaps out. Hallucinations, phantom sensation, and even temporary amnesia are all possible effects. If you feel you are suffering from any of these, wake up. You're lost, but the way home is still open. Goldsmith under the overpass. You'll know it when you see it. That's all for today, folks. See you next time on Night City Hot Flash.
Oh boy, everyone, welcome back. It's finally time. We're finally here. It's been very nearly 2 months based on the chat log in the Foundry server we use for the game. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's Neon Inferno. It's a Monday, which means if everything is going right in my world and the world of my players, we are playing Cyberpunk. And that has been a challenge for the last few months for a variety of reasons. We've had a lot of reasons to not be here. I've had conventions. Robert came with me to some of these conventions. Nyla has been finishing up his semester of stuff and moving and doing all sorts of fun things. And Ghost... Well, Ghost has just been wanting to play again, and I feel that in my soul. I've wanted to play again. So, welcome back. As some of you who are watching may have noticed, our opening credit reel is one name shorter this week. Unfortunately, in the midst of the chaos, TMCNR, that we have experienced over the last little bit here, Bill has acquired a new job, which is good. I'm very happy for Bill, as are the rest of the cast. The sadness here is that means he can no longer, in his schedule, as it currently stands at least, play for now. He has told me that there is a chance that when some things change on his work side, he may be able to come back, and if that happens, I've told him the door is very much always open for him. This is true of pretty much anyone that's ever been on the show before. So that is where we currently stand today. Of course, if this is your first time in, hello, my name is Emmerron. This is season 3 of this thing. So you might be a little lost. You might be a little confused. But like I said in the intro, the door is open. You can come home. So welcome in. I am a Cyberpunk Red GM. I am a Cyberpunk Red content creator. Sometimes it's been a little shakier lately where that front is concerned in my life. I have done videos on how to run this game. I've done videos on how to GM both this system and others. I've run a podcast with my friend Diamond on Thursdays that we also run, and that last week we weren't able to do because, again, chaos, aforementioned, and present always. But that is who I am. This is season 3. If you are new to this, if you're watching this recorded, most especially, the previous seasons, all the episodes therein are on not only my YouTube channel, but Spotify now as well. I got them moved over there so that they could be enjoyed by as many of you as possible. So that is available to you. And if you would like to start from the beginning of this mess, you can go all the way back and watch. I think it's something like 50 episodes before this one of chaos. Raw, pure chaos. And see where the hell we got the here and the now from in the middle of all of that. But players, welcome back, Robert. Welcome back, Ghost. Welcome back, Nyla. It's so good to have all 3 of you with me again this week.
We're alive. 20 years. Penelope, is that you?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm indeed remembers. I remember a time when running this was not the Sisyphusian task that it is now, but or Sisyphean, I forget which one it is. Sisyphus is the guy that rolled a boulder up a hill despite getting his innards pecked out. That's what this has been like the last 2 months, trying to get this to like line up and just work. But we're here now. We're here. We're back. Things are going. No one's sick. No one's busy. We're here. So yeah. Season 3, episode 7, part 2, scene 5. Yeah, no. We're here. We're here. It's gonna be fun. So let me move us over to the kind of game splash screen, not just my camera here, so that we can have a look at that. All right, so yes, everyone is here. We've got Tomo the solo, we've got Whiskey the solo, and we've got Scrappy the tech, who is the only non-solo in the party at this point. And that was true even before Bill left the crew. So
Hi, I'm Squishy.
just a tad. We've seen what that looks like. So let's, I guess, remember for a moment. Let us remember where the hell we are and why the hell we're doing. So first and foremost, you guys were in the aftermath of the sheer volume of just destruction that happened over the first few episodes. You guys had a little run-in with a Merc company, deformed company, and they, to put it mildly, rocked your shit. 2 people dead, 1 nearly dead, 1 barely alive and able to drive a vehicle away from that. Damn near the closest thing I've had to a TPK in a hot minute. I think contested really only by the near TPK we had in season 1. So yeah, but we're here. You know, the 2 of you that survived that horrible ordeal got away with the help of some friends. Lest we not forget them, Un and the others over at the sanctuary in Rancho Coronado. You guys managed to escape with their help. And while they advised you not to go after this vehicle in the garage in the deeper parts of Rancho against what they called the Hex Weavers, a gang of netrunners, you guys said, fuck it, we're doing it anyway. Which I respect. That is a very cyberpunk way to go about the problem and solving it. Unfortunately, it did leave some injuries behind, but you've largely recovered from those. By and large, that was a little more successful. So in the wake of that, you guys have managed to get your shit together, get your feet back under you, and you were contacted to do a little job for a gang called the Maelstrom that you guys probably are intimately familiar with. Everyone watching this probably, if you played 2077, you know what these guys look like. They are freaky, mostly chrome, not much meat on the bone left. And they have asked for help because they've heard you guys are half decent at fixing problems. Well, they've got a problem that needs some solving. That is the case of a disappearing gonk by the name of Ratchet. Now, in last episode's intro, we heard a little bit about Ratchet. Ratchet says that he thinks he can teleport, which is fascinating because we have not gotten there on the tech tree yet in Cyberpunk, not even by the 2070s. So, this guy thinks he can teleport, and he's been missing for several days. And his chooms, well, they might be a little bit psychotic, they might be a little freaky, but they are worried about him, which is quite endearing for a Maelstrom gang. So you guys have been brought on to help them and to help them locate their gone, lost friend Ratchet. And so to that end, last session, you guys traveled to his apartment at the Shady Mushroom apartment complex, where you guys found a room about the size of a motel room, and it was full of empty air hypos. There was a data shard with a variety of recipes for cooking drugs of varying kinds. There was a cyber arm left in the shower. There was a couple other little doodads and things you found around the apartment, but most importantly of all, you guys found a path, a trail, a foot trail leading out. And it seems as though whoever left those footprints behind, where they were Ratchet or someone else, got in a vehicle and left. Because the trail came to a unceremonious halting. And as I recall it, at the very end, you guys came face to face with someone else who asked about you searching and the searching that you were doing. So obviously, if any of you players remember details, because it has been nearly 2 months that I have forgotten, my note-taking and memory is only so good. I am only human, so feel free to fill in blanks where they may exist.
Sounds about right. This is just a figure that walked up to us, right?
Yeah, he had no name, wasn't anyone you were familiar with. It was literally the very, very last thing that happened at the end of last session.
Bad.
And he suddenly hands us 3 duffel bags, each with 1,000,000 eddies in it.
Please.
That did not happen.
I would really hope that wouldn't be the case, because that's like finding all the ammo packs before walking into a boss room. Nothing good comes of that, I promise you.
Yeah, there's a caveat to taking those bags. Probably has fucking like plastic in them, ready to go kaboom.
They're all die packs for no reason.
Yeah.
Die with a wire and eye, because like honestly you could say either one of those and have it be mostly true.
If it turns out to be bozos, probably both.
Yeah. And it's DYIE. It's the die packages.
Yeah. No, exactly. I mean, it's, first the C4 goes off and then the die gets all over the currency. Yes, that is.
Okay, so I know it's been a minute, but I'm sitting on 250 IP, and that feels out of character. So do we have the opportunity to spend?
Yes, right now would be a great opportunity. If you guys have IP and you wish to spend it, you can do so right now.
I'm gonna save.
First point into my comfort skill, because fresh character stats scare me.
I think that was like, You straight up told me at one point, Ghost, I think earlier in the season, you're like, I promise I'm not gonna buff my evasion. I'm gonna be
See, it's just the first point into the comfort skill. I'm not going to max it. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to do anything crazy, okay? It's just one point.
it's just a point.
Fair game.
It always.
See, but I have another thing that I'm trying to exploit. I'm trying to exploit permanent free aimed shots, which is that could get me away from evasion.
That is fair. No,
That's fair. That's fair.
I just need the first point.
No, fair.
Just
one. I just need one.
I just need a hit, man.
That's really how it is, though. I just need to wean off of it, man. I need 1 point, and I can't just sit at 14. What do you mean?
All right. So I want somebody to do the math because Scrappy is not so scrappy. Scrappy is very squishy. AKA, she is traumatized with 2 broken legs.
Do you still have 2 broken legs?
No, not anymore. No.
Okay.
I have nightmares about it though.
Okay, fair.
we dealt with all that shit. Yeah.
130 IP to bump brawling, melee, and evasion.
Hold on.
How much can I spend?
Yeah, I mean, you can, as long as it's only 1 level on each skill, that is acceptable. So I just need to do quick math real quick now. 130 IP. So melee weapon is currently level 3, so you'd be taking that to level 4. So that would equate to 80 IP. So you would have a remaining 40. So basically, you get your choice. You can either bump melee weapon by 1, or you could bump brawling and evasion by 1 each. Since you'd need 120 IP for both of those to hit level 3.
Yes, because it would cost 60 for each of them.
Correct, yeah. So that's you've got to choose if you want to bump both brawling and evasion or your melee weapon. If you're choosing between those 3 what you want to bump.
Dang it, I'm 10 IP short. Can I take an IP loan?
No.
So that way I can just
you don't want to make those deals with me, dude. I will make you pay for them twofold. Don't you worry. Yeah.
Sir, I agreed to play a frog 3 times. It's okay.
You agreed to play a frog. You wanted to play the frog. Don't pretend like that was something that you didn't want to do. That was you're like, I'm taking the frog. I don't care what anyone says.
Now, to be fair, I will most likely actually sit and hold on to my IP as much as I want to improve Scrappy.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, it's your call. I'm just throwing out what you can and can't do with your IP in this moment. But yeah, by the end of the session, maybe you'll have a little more. So Tomo bumped his skill. Whiskey is going to hold off bumping Scrappy is holding off bumping any of hers. Whiskey, did you have any IP that you were looking to spend?
I'm looking to save, man.
Save. All right. Very fair. Entirely fair. All right. Cool. Well, with that out of the way, then that brings us back into the scene. So yeah, this figure has approached you. And there were some other people in this lot when you first arrived today. They have all seemed to disappear in the intervening time that you've been in the room exploring. So given that has happened, and that is where we currently stand with it all, this man approaches all of you and just brings forth the question. So someone else is looking for him too.
I mean,
are
you looking to flatline him? Are you looking to party with him? Are you an output?
Yeah, I was just about to do the classic, because Kyute is seen as aggressive stance thing. Use that as like a phase sound. Why are you looking for him? To try and, because my empathy isn't good enough to like tell if he's bullshitting if he tells us, but I can scare him into not lying maybe.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna just stance up like we're two gunmen at a showdown at high noon. Just say, who's looking for who now?
The gun and the bow. There's a stance to set it up just because I want to know if it's proper. It is in fact proper.
All right.
And
And
then
I don't have the game board revealed quite yet, but give me 3 seconds. I just wanted to check some hidden details before I reveal the game board. There we go.
Well, that's always scary.
Oh yeah, you know, it's nothing big. So yeah, you've got that Kyoto stance ready to go.
Wow.
So, you said you wanted to kind of face down with this guy and kind of hold your rep in front of him more than anything else and say, like, what does it matter to you?
But basically flex on him with the aggression and basically make him think twice about what he's about to say next, because it could go poorly, or the face down fails and you think, what a fucking joke.
Fair enough. So yeah, go ahead and roll me a face down. Let's see it.
Hey, welcome back to the table, everybody.
Welcome back to the table indeed. All right. Yeah, and my roll is nowhere near as high. All right, very cool. So yeah, this guy sees you stancing up and like really showing like we're not here to fuck around, essentially. And so what specifically do you say to him here to maybe either try to extract more information or at the very least get him to slow his roll a little bit here, or think twice about how he wants to proceed with this?
Why are you looking for him, and what are you doing trailing us while we're looking for him?
Oh, don't misunderstand. Just a wanderer passing by. I don't mean nothing by it. And you notice as he holds his hands up, neither one of them seems to be organic. Both of them seem to be chromed up. You don't see any like obvious gang markings on his shirt or anything like that if you like glance it. So there might be some there that are needing like a more like you look more closely, but at a glance on the surface you don't see any gang affiliations. But yeah, this guy very much just holds his hands up and does not seem more nervous for your aggressive posturing, but definitely is at the very least playing to be like, I'm not your problem, right? Is kind of the body language he's suggesting. I'm not a problem to you. I'm not going to be a problem here.
Mr. GM, I raise my
Yes.
hand.
What would you like to bring up, Robert?
I would like to roll Cybertech to see how advanced those non-organic hands of his are.
I like the thinking. Go ahead and roll that for me, and you can add your field expertise if you have any.
Sir, you forget I am a tech. I have 4.
See, this is the thing. I've run for techs more recently that have taken 0, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Hey, polar opposites.
Oh, it's a 1 into a 2 on a field expertise roll. Oh yeah, no, okay. That is still on a fumble, a 17. That's fine. So, as you look at them, these aren't anything too fancy, but they do seem fairly well maintained. Which does start maybe not answering fully who this guy is or who he's affiliated with, but it does at least give you a basic idea that, okay, Maelstrom, for all of the cyberware that they use, it's not always particularly well maintained, and a lot of it is misshapen or sized incorrectly for the person because they've got this thing where they like to hand it down from one to the next. So this guy's hands, by extension, seem much less kind of ill-fitting. They very much look like they fit him, and they don't look as though they've been ill-maintained. They look like either they're brand new or close to it, or they've only very recently been like maintained or tuned by a ripper.
And did I happen to catch a color?
They are a kind of dark steel. Like, think like a deep gray sort of steel color.
Okay.
For my part, because it looks like Tomo has him engaged and Scrappy is kind of also appraising him. Is he alone is my question, or is there anybody hiding out nearby?
Let's see perception. I these are all great questions. I'm loving the questions. Yeah.
Yes.
On an 8, that's very, yeah. So 24. All right. So you glance around, that immediate sense of like something's not right here. This guy seems way too calm, way too collected, and way too alone, especially for a combat zone when he's dealing with a group of people actively looking for a Maelstrom member. So as you guys, as you look around, you look and see if there's any of those, like I said, the other people that seemingly have vanished. As you glance at some of the windows and things, you do see a few eyes kind of like peering out behind glass and things like that, looking out through blinds, like gaps in blinds and stuff like that. But at the very least, you don't see anyone in the few cars that are gathered in the parking lot here, or anyone that you can see like skulking behind one of the buildings, like supports or things like that, to give you the idea this guy actively has backup of any kind. It very much does strike you that this guy seems to be alone.
Yeah. Iron on the floor. Kick it over.
Iron? You think I came armed to this place? You crazy?
You'd be stupid not to.
And he very like slowly with one hand reaches into his waistband and pulls out a what appears to be a very pathetic looking gun, a medium pistol, tosses it onto the concrete at his feet, and then raising that hand back and reaching with the other, he grabs a small combat knife out of his belt and drops it to the floor as well. There, satisfied.
Kick it over. Come on.
He does. Yeah, he kind of nudges each one with his foot to get it a little further from him.
That's a good boy.
I have a single question. Well, not a single question, but a pair of questions. You got any pop-up stuff in those arms?
Well, I'm not about to take my arms off if that's going to make you more satisfied, but what do you want? I've got them up. It's not like I can aim them at you without, flexing them down or some shit.
He's got a point.
That'd be a real bad idea.
Yeah. After all,
Just
you got your friend back here with that long ass bow. I'm sure he'd throw 3 in me before I could even grab it. It's fine.
All right. So who are you? What's going on here?
Nyla, there's something about that. This is just the briefest aside. It's just like, what are we doing?
What are we doing? That's the rule. That's the goal now.
Like, I just walked in here and put his hands up. He's got the smallest iron in the city. Like, what are you doing here? Did you just come here to try and bait us? Like,
I'm just a concerned guy looking for a friend. All right? Just chooms looking for one another. Supposed to pick some shit up, and well, I'm guessing by the looks on your faces when you wandered out of his apartment that Ratchet's not in today.
Nah. Hey, Choom, I have to ask you a question. Can Ratchet teleport?
What? Is that a real question?
I'm expecting a real answer.
Fuck no. unless the Gonk's got his hands on some fucking edge tech, like, that's crazy. No.
He ever talk about teleporting before?
No, I can't say I have. It's, what? No.
Well, we got a story for you then.
Did my gong friend break into some, like, government black site or some shit? Like, what kind of a conversation are we having?
I think your gonk's brain tried to take off on its own.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn to the two of them. How are we feeling about this guy?
Well,
I was gonna slightly lower the tension on the bow. Well, he just seems curious. I don't know. Maybe he'll give us some sort of better lead, I guess.
It's fine with me. And I'll just be at ease and just kick the ship back toward him. Sorry about that. Precaution. You understand.
Yeah, well, no, clearly it's not your first day in Little China, so granted, you know, shady guy walks up, trench coat, missing Gannic hands, understandable given the usual neighbors in this part of the city. And he reaches down, he picks his weapons up and stows them back where he pulled them from. So, anyway, we're all looking for the same guy. I should introduce myself, I guess. They call me Tatters. As you can see, I don't exactly have the newest clothing, and someone thought it'd be funny. It's stuck. So now there's the gonk handle I'm stuck with. And sure enough, you can see like the clothing he's wearing, at your most generous, you could call it bohemian. But it is very much like dirty, patched in several places, run pretty much ragged in others. And yeah, this guy is not exactly looking like the most put together guy outside of a couple of the choice bits of cyberware that you can kind of see between his hands. And like as he lowers them, you start to recognize like smaller kind of streaks along his neck where it clearly looks like either he has some like slightly more involved EM threading than the usual kind of like traces into the skin that you see, or there's something embedded underneath it all. But this is Tatters.
Damn. They call him. Oh, go ahead.
Are you sure it isn't Taters?
Okay. I'm calling her Funny. That's her handle now.
Yeah. They call me Whiskey for my sobriety.
Ironic. I like it.
And this bundle of sunshine is Tomo.
Alright. That's what, recent transplant to the city with the soccer gonks?
It's a good question.
Soccer?
No. Saka. Like Arasaka. The red and blacks. The ones to the fucking west of here.
No.
Well, I guess my initial...
he's like, that's all you're gonna say is kind of the gestures he's giving you right now, like.
Well, I'm not Tomo POV. He doesn't really like the guy, so he's kind of minimally interacting with him, just kind of. Because I still don't trust those arms are a little clean to be dealing with the random teleport guy and having the nickname Tatters because his clothes aren't that great.
Yeah, no, and you know, there was some valid thinking going on in your mind. I'm just telling you what he's saying. That's not a criticism from me as the GM at all. It's just literally me like, okay, yeah, that's how you're playing it. Hell yeah.
No, I'm just letting everybody know Tomo's mind space with him. He does not fucking like him.
Yeah, fair.
Paints a picture of body language.
Yeah, I think Whiskey is just kind of like, you know, he's alone. It'll be fine. So yeah, how do you know Ratchet?
Well, go back a little ways, you know. Used to hang out with the others that Ratchet likes to hang out with a little more these days. And I prefer to kind of keep to my own beat, you know? Not really a big fan of the chrome up or die. Of course,
But maybe
you can't grow organic hands anymore, so stuck with some of this.
but maybe you're a fan of this. And I pull out the air hypo that we found in Ratchet's apartment with the green residue inside of it. Maybe you're a fan of this green stuff?
What? Just because I'm hanging out in what looks like tattered clothing? Like, do you think I'm just some drug-addled dude? No, that's not my poison. I'd much prefer the glass. But the fuck is that shit anyway? And he kind of like looks at it a little more curious. But you're like, just a glance at his expression really does just, he looks maybe more kind of quizzical at it in terms of like he doesn't really know what he's looking at here.
All right, clearly your brain cell doesn't remember this too many glass episodes, I guess.
When was the last time you talked to Ratchet, anyway?
I don't know, been probably like maybe 2 weeks, a little less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Above table, isn't that the same time frame that he jetted?
So it's about the same time as he became less like available. There was a period there where for a while he was kind of in and out and it was just harder to reach him. And now it's just fully gone radio silent over the last like couple of days. Now it's been like a few days since anyone's been able to reach him. And the last anyone heard of him is that, oh, we can teleport now.
Yeah. When was can I offer you like a smoke or something, by the way?
I mean, you're offering, I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah, what was the could you talk to me about the last time you spoke to Ratchet as I hand him like let him bum a cig off me or something?
Yeah, just like, yeah, whatever kind of cheap cigarettes you've got going on.
Yeah,
and he takes the light, and after taking a quick drag off of it, looks back over at you. I mean, you know, he's the kind of guy who would hook a chum up with dose every now and then. Always seem to know where to get the shit.
Sure, sounds like he was a dealer and not the actual maker.
Yeah, he have a plug? You know, happen to know who that might be?
Nah. Guy was real cagey about that one. I don't think he ever mentioned a name. Said he had some friends.
Yeah, knew a guy who knew a guy, and some chain down the line.
Now, were those friends or big quotation marks from Scrappy? Friends,
yeah. And he's... Now, I know I'm calling you funny, but like... He looks at you, Whiskey. She good?
Yeah, no, she's eccentric.
Hey, I ask simply because we ran into a group that wanted to call they wanted us to call them friends, and it got really creepy really fast. Okay.
Oh, yeah. The word "friends" for us is a bit of a trigger word. You're gonna have to excuse us.
And he says, I mean, I don't know anything about that shit. Whatever kind of
don't worry.
fucked up Doombas you guys ran into.
Listen,
As far as I know, Ratchet didn't see shit about that.
Choom, the less you know, the better. Trust me.
Sounds like it.
Shit. Well, if he's not here, man, listen, we're not. I'm gonna be 100% transparent with you, okay? We're not here to, flatline him, take him in. We're not bounty people, right? We're on behalf of some concerned chooms of his. They just want to make sure he's okay. Because last they heard from him, he was talking about he was showing up less. He was talking about like, hey guys, I can teleport, which is some like fucking gonk shit if I've ever heard it. But yeah, we're out making sure, basically doing a little wellness check on him. We just have to find him first. So if he's not here, man, would you happen to know like where he might be?
Well, where would that gonk run off to? There's this spot, and you gotta go digging around there. My condolences, but little spot over on Goldsmith. I think it's called the Pink Demon, something like that. It's a brothel.
Oh, sick.
Guy would sometimes go there when he'd be a little stressed, get his rocks off.
Yeah. Out of professional curiosity, how are the ladies there?
I mean, can't say I've been more than 1 or 2 times, mostly searching for his gonk ass, but nice enough,
Yeah.
Attractive.
Did he ever mention his favorites?
That's a good question.
Let me think about that.
Above table, happy Pride, everyone.
Yeah, happy Pride, everyone. Does he remember this? I'm gonna make a quick roll for our good friend Tatters here. There was this one chick, I think he said her name was some kind of gemstone. What was it? Fucking, not diamond, not sapphire. Emerald.
Bad.
He said it's not diamond. I was gonna say that it's got to be sapphire. The fact that the second one that you were like, can't be sapphire.
Yeah, we're just doing the scene from fucking Ted where it's like, all right, I'm gonna rail off a bunch of names here. You tell me when I get it. Like, no, yeah. But he looks and he says, oh yeah, Emerald. That was her name. That was the chick's name.
Because she's made out of rock. She's green. She's rigid.
I mean. Fuck if I know. I went there, like I said, maybe 2 times, and it wasn't exactly recently.
Hey, Scrappy, you haven't been hitting that stuff, have you?
No, but he did say to go and get his rocks off, and Emerald is a rock. So she must have hung on to him like really, really hard.
Choom, it's a fucking, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, thanks for the info. I think we're good at this point. You got deets just in case.
What was the question there, Ghost? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it over the laughing.
You got deets just in case. So, like, if we do need to touch base with him again, or if we run into the guy and he asks him, just for whatever reason, does he have a number I can call?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those janky little disposables, but I'll give you the number.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'll just
he
jot that
hands
down
over
because
the
I've got
number.
the HUD and the.
Mhm.
Because we've got all the special interior kit, so I basically just look at it and do it all in my brain.
It just scans right into your contacts book. Yeah, like it's snappy, quick. None of this pushing button bullshit. Just look at it, scan it, done.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, here's a fun idea. Since you've gone to look for his gonk in the gemstone mine that is this place, apparently.
It's not. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Why don't you go with us and give us directions, and maybe if you find him first, you can let us know, or you can flatline him if you want to.
Flatline him? Fuck, I got no intent to flatline this guy. I mean, he owes me at least a couple hits of glass. But I got another spot I'm thinking of searching. Look, the girls there and we did not exactly leave off the last time I was in there on, let's say, such good terms, okay? Not exactly positive ones. So, I'll leave this one to you guys. But you got my deets. I got yours. We're chooms now. And, if I spot anything where I'm going, I'll let you know. And you do the same for me. Well, I'll have a little powwow, some smash, maybe a couple hits of your substance of choice after this, okay?
Tubular.
And only the last question for me, Tatters. Exactly where are you going to look?
I mean, there's a spot, one of the,
I mean, is it that spot? That spot? It just starts pointing around the room.
And he looks at the two of you who are not Scrappy and just says, "Did she get like concussed recently or something? Like, was she dropped as a kid? I know a guy like that, you know." Like,
Yeah, if I figure that out, I'll let you know.
But I'm going up. There's some old factory stacks, edge of the old Militech base on the north side.
Yeah, well, Choom, if you find anything there, just let us know. You know.
Yeah. No, just a hunch. Guys like him, they go to ground. They like to fall off the map, and that's one spot that still remains where you can fall off the map.
Oh shit! I just had an idea. I'll act on it later. Cool. Was he and just before you go, because I know I asked earlier, like when you last saw him, he wasn't acting strange, was he? Like,
I mean,
he was his normal.
Ratchet was always
druggy.
a little bit, couple screws loose kind of guy, but the kind of cute, cuddly kind of little insane, right? Not the violent stab your fucking guts out kind that most Maelstrom are, but
yeah.
I mean, no more than usual, I guess. I mean, he did say something about old kind of boss in the gang, guy by the name of Quake. Something about him making some kind of moves. Wasn't real specific, but it sounded like he was going to be on the receiving end of pretty nasty temper, to say the least.
Yeah, Quake was the guy who hired us, no?
Quake? I'm trying to think. Was Quake the one who hired you? I don't believe it was.
Okay. Well, that's a name that we could ask at least.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, we were hired by his twin Earth.
Yeah.
You make my earthquake.
I'll need to go back and check the VODs. It might have been the one that, if so, this is not the same guy. It was not intentional. This is the 2-month gap showing itself in real time.
That's okay. As long as it's not the same guy, then it's like, okay, we can ask about him.
Well, so, I guess I'm now going to let Scrappy go a little weird here. She's going to officially ask, where'd you get your chrome?
I mean... half a dozen back alley rippers.
Scrappy, you can't just ask someone that.
Yeah, I can.
Why are you so curious about this shit? Like, look,
Because it's very shiny.
I mean, I guess. And he's kind of like looking at it a little bit, like just examining it and kind of evaluating it according to your words. But, yeah.
So, basically, what I'm getting, what Scrappy's actually doing, being this weird, is she's trying to inspect at least the hands to see if there's anything like a recording cyber finger or something like that.
Yeah, okay. So you're forcing him to move it around so you can actually inspect it. That's kind of smart. That's really kind of smart.
And it's flavored as if I'm walking up and I'm like pulling on his fingers, like
yeah.
And just...
God, that is. So you literally just softened him up to be like, she's an idiot, and that's like, no. roll me cybertech field expertise. Now that you're getting a closer examination, this requires a new evaluation of this. So as you look over the hands that this guy is presenting, you are quickly realizing a couple of things. One, this guy said just now that he got this set up from a couple of back alley ripper docs. Your first instinct when he says that and you see these, bullshit. There's no way. Especially for some dude who's just like out on the street, unless he just got kicked out on the street from a big ass corporation. These are nice and well tuned. There's no chance in hell this guy could afford these things or their maintenance unless he wasn't being entirely truthful about what he's saying. Secondly, as you do get a opportunity to kind of like move his arm out just a little further from his sleeves and stuff like that, you do notice some cyberware ports and things like that on there that are nondescript enough for you not to get a full idea of what is in his arms, but he definitely is packing something. And that is something that you probably aren't terribly curious to find out about unless you absolutely have to. But third and final, you do recognize the fingers on the hand you grab. Most of them are pretty standardized. They're not terribly conspicuous or look any different than your normal kind of cyber fingers do. However, one of them, you notice there's this really fine mesh that kind of coats the tip. And another seems to have, you recognize the joint where it meets the rest of the hand has a quick detach. And it's giving spy tech to you. and your understanding of this. The one with the mesh, you're like, that looks pretty much like a microphone. The other one looks almost like some kind of tracking bug cyberfinger. You've seen them before. Like, oldest trick in the book. Detach that, leave that under someone's passenger seat or something, and then the wrecking crew shows up later. Back in Arizona, that was not a common trick, but it's one you'd seen before from the more Chrome affiliated booster gangs of the area. So yeah.
Now, on a roll of a 26, would I be able to have any kind of knowledge of what brand his cyber arms are made from?
So normally, if these were like prefab off the, assembly line kind of chrome, where you got like a very firm, like, oh, that's a Dinalar hand, or that's a hand that someone over at No Brainer or whatever, you could normally figure that out pretty quickly. That's kind of the other red flag here, though, is these almost certainly are custom jobs of some kind. And while you could produce in your mind a short list of groups in the city that could make something like this, it would still be too long to be definitive. And that is, again, further cause for you to say bullshit that you got this from some random rippers. Unless those rippers literally saw some of the best shit fall off the back of a truck somewhere. Like, ain't no way.
So with that, I will accidentally get a little rough with that special removable finger and like accidentally scratch his fingertip. Like, oh, sorry, my bad.
Hey, whoa, watch what you're fucking doing. And he like yanks it back from you as you do. So when you say scratch, what are you trying to do with that?
It's a sign. Like, I will roll acting if necessary. I'm showing Tomo and Whiskey that finger special.
Okay.
But I see.
Well, the fun part of this all being like hooked up in our heads, I imagine it like a video game chat in our HUD of like a group text, because we can all kind of text stuff without actually saying anything. So we can just have like a live group chat in our heads while anything is going on.
Well, the thing is, I don't have a neuroport.
He doesn't.
Oh.
Scrappy never got one. She's still got her old school agent. Yeah.
So Scrappy, I imagine there are times at which we have been in situations like this, and we've had to adapt to your lack of neuroport. So I think what Whiskey would do would just be like, hey, yay or nay? Yay for gun this motherfucker down, or nay, he's fine.
And the translation of that would be, he's fine is my index finger. Let's ice him with the middle finger. I end up scratching him with my ring finger because I'm not sure.
Oh, it's nondescript. Ooh, uncertain.
All right.
Ooh, that's real fun.
All right, I'm gonna look at Tomo and just be like, this guy's sus. In our heads.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing.
Yeah, no, Tatters, take great care of those children. Those are very, very wonderful jobs.
Yeah. And he's like looking at like that and he like kind of examines the chrome. But then he finishes off the last of the cigarette before dropping the butt onto the ground and stomping it out with his boot.
I'm gonna, in our heads. Go ahead.
I want to hopefully I can. I want to try and check his mannerisms with like Streetwise or something, and see if I can place him not by his appearance, but how he's acting, even in like the fringes. Because I have spent time around like unsavory characters. Maybe I can place him because he doesn't seem like Maelstrom, but you never really know. But I want to try and read into that more.
God, let me just say for the audience, I love having smart players. So roll me either. Streetwise could work, albeit at a slightly higher difficulty. Human perception might be a little easier, but I know like almost no one takes human perception. So
it's a 14 via 4, so
right, exactly. So even the higher difficulty is probably better served. Yeah.
I'll go Streetwise and I'll sink my first 2 luck into it.
Valid.
Because I don't see much combat on the horizon, so the first 2 of 6 can go. And there's my Eno for the night, so let's hope there's not combat. Because now I can roll higher.
Now you can. Let's see it.
Streetwise. And I'll just do this on additional mods because it doesn't refund luck.
Hell yeah. Okay. Very cool. So yeah, on a 20, you look at this guy, most Maelstrom, even the most kind of put together members of that group, they are twitchy. Like, and in really, like, unconscious ways to them, right? You know, it's like the little, like, circ in their neck servoing a little hard at a moment, or it's like an arm not totally moving as smooth as you'd like it to. By comparison, this guy feels far too put together. Like, even former Maelstrom, usually, especially if they're dressed like this guy is, they haven't worked out all of that chrome yet, right? Like, the little glitches and stuff, they are usually from that chrome not being super well taken care of. This guy feels like spooky. This guy feels like he's some kind of either undercover or some kind of like he's someone with funding and an agenda. You're not sure who's funding or whose agenda, but you absolutely feel this guy feels very spooky.
We're about to find out, because I'm glad I never like lightened up completely, because there doesn't have to be a mood shift. Tomo's just gonna ask straight up, so whose flag do you really fly?
Ooh. Okay.
Because you're obviously not Maelstrom.
What a great question. Let's go ahead and roll me, as you say this, roll me a your choice of interrogation actually would just, I think, straight up be interrogation, and give yourself a +1 for that streetwise check.
And he's still rolling in a -2 because he hasn't beaten me in a check from the face down.
You are right. Yes, he is.
And interrogation. Damn, I spec'd into persuasion. I shouldn't have been so aggro. Fuck it, another 2 luck goes in.
It's okay. It's okay.
I've crit on dumber shit.
I've crit on dumber shit. It happens again. Oh, we love to see that. Okay, very cool. So this guy, what would he be resisting with? He's resisting probably concentration. I'll give that to him at a -2.
No.
Oh shit.
No.
No. You bastard.
And this guy gives you read it very easily here, Tomo, as a feigned look of offense, right? Like, that you would dare to accuse him of being that kind of dishonest. But you clock it, it's very much feigned. And under it, he shoots you a very dangerous look indeed. He says, like I said, just a concerned friend looking for his tomb.
So, Emmerron, may I offer another deal with the devil?
I mean, you're always welcome to
Can I
offer
give-
them. I just get final right of refusal.
Can I give you my Inyo for you to re-roll that?
No.
Okay, I tried.
No.
The anti-crit though. I love throwing out there just because it's technically a thing. He could give me mine back, but he's never gonna.
No, yeah, exactly. It's like you well, and usually to me at least, I need to read if the rule reads this directly, but the spirit of it at least is that I'm not about to use that to immediately re-roll the defense against your action in that moment. Because in Shadow Scar, where that rule comes from, that's very much not the intent, is that you give it to me and then I hand it right back to you. It's very much, you give it to me so that you do better now, and then I hand it back to you at a later moment when I don't want my guy to do as poorly. So, yeah. So I'm not about to violate the spirit of that either.
Being goofy didn't help.
I could try something. My cool is a 2. This is my problem.
Here, I've got another angle I can play this. Because it won't be at a -2 now, but I could take a breath and a step back and lighten up instead of it being like an interrogation. Look, if you really are just a friend looking for him, you should be able to tell us who you're looking for on his behalf, because we got put onto it by Maelstrom and you're obviously not with them. So you got to have some other reason to be following us around, or else you just be looking for your guy.
Ooh. God,
And try and come at it from persuasion instead of pressing from the asshole angle.
That's a great reframing of it. I gotta give you credit there. But you're right. He's no longer gonna be taking the -2 penalty. Go ahead and roll me persuasion. Let's see how the play works on that. All right, 21. To which this guy is gonna roll.
Before you roll, could I try to help with tactical oversight?
Absolutely, yeah.
Motherfucker. I'm not going to use my Inyo.
That's valid, yeah.
Hey, you burned a super negative crit, so
Yeah.
that's a good roll to get out of the way.
Good roll to get out of the way, oh boy. Yeah, I just had a brief message come through that I need to respond to. So I'm going to make this guy roll. I'll make him roll the same. Concentration versus your persuasion.
No, you can't keep getting away with this.
Yeah, okay. So he looks, and here's your argument. And I'm trying to think, how does he want to respond to that exactly? The dice tell a story, as we say, and that is such an interesting story.
It's so funny to press the issue on something that he got offended about by not pressing the issue this time.
Right.
It's such an odd thing to have to handle.
Right. And so he says, Maelstrom have some skeletons in their closet. Just say one of them got up and walked around. That's me.
Ooh. man. Tomo, I'm sad.
Same. I really didn't want this to be a problem, but I don't like Tails and not knowing who they answer to.
Yeah, I was starting to like you too. Man, why the fuck do you have to do this to me? Why do you hate me?
Do we want to give the classic team nod and spur up for a setup?
Yeah. I'm thinking we do.
I mean, this is the pitch of like everything goes awkwardly quiet as we get two non-answers and everybody just kind of looks at each other. And we've been in enough like shitty situations. It's like, are we about to jump? That's two nods. Are you in?
Yeah. I'm in. Just nod.
Well, I want to make sure Scrappy's in on it too because he was
Scrappy will
closest.
Scrappy will look at you, look at Whiskey, and sees the nod between the two of you, and then as she turns around, she knows what she has to do. She breaks the silence with the pump of a shotgun.
Oh god.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, so much for no combat, right, guys?
It's alright, I still have a couple luck.
Alright. So let me really quick grab, because I was not entirely prepared for this one to go this route. It could have, but let me find. I did not just create a battle grid, did I? Okay, we'll create a battle grid.
No, I've been punished by enough loose ends. I don't really like to leave them. If I don't know who he's answering to, I'm a lot less comfortable.
Entirely understandable and fair.
And think of the money we can get off of those arms.
I knew you were drooling over the arms as soon as it was mentioned that he had shiny arms. You were like, how can I get those?
Yeah, it's like, dude, why would you show up and have your arms be made of money? That's crazy.
Well, that's the thing. He was also holding a light iron. Keep your distance because I imagine he's going to be a punchy boy.
Yeah.
I mean, earlier when I did ask him if he had anything popped up related in his arms, he did say there were some things in his arms that we didn't want to meet yet. So I already made it plenty aware that he had some kind of pop-up weaponry tucked away in those forearms of his.
So,
do we get the chance for like jumpy setup action to prep my Kudo?
Didn't you already have your Kudo prepped?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I did just kind of lightly drop the draw because the whole point of it is like hold draw is it's like an aggressive action, and then as the chatter sort of lied down, the hands kind of lowered, but he kept his hands on his bow. My thought is like when we go to jump, he steps back up into his stance to get ready to go.
I mean, I think with that roll you made earlier, you're ready enough, right? It's not like maybe you don't have the full stance set up, but like it's like your footwork never really left its position. It's mostly just the bow came down. That's the way I viewed it in my head. So that is, yeah, I think not a terrible. Yeah, that's I think not a terrible justification for this. So what I'm gonna do, just so that I can get this set up as properly as I can real quick, I'm going to call for a quick break, like 10-minute break here while I finish setting a few things up. And we will be right back, everyone. Hi there. Do you need a new book from our Telsorian Games? Of course you do. Look, you're watching this video, which probably means you enjoy this stuff. So if you want 10% off your next purchase at telsorianstore.com, the official bookstore on the Our Telsorian website, use code Emmerron for 10% off. You support me. You get a cool book for cheaper. Everybody wins. So yeah, use that code next time you need a new book, including the new upcoming reprint of Black Chrome, as well as the soon-to-be released full release of Night City 2045. Anyway, that's it from me. Back to the video. And we are back. Thank you everyone for your patience while I literally set up this impromptu encounter that, as I told the members of the crew here, I had very slightly not prepped this guy because I had very mostly forgotten about him until about 5 minutes before we went live. So, we're here now. We're here now. And we have a token, and we have a battle map. So I'm going to pull our players onto the battle grid that I've just created for this campaign. So yeah, we are pretty much stood toe-to-toe with this guy, and I'm going to show this to all of you in the audience. There we are. So this is Tatters right here. So as we kick off here, let's go ahead and roll some initiative, everybody.
Oh, measurement checks, because just dragging and clicking, it's saying bits per squares, and I think it's throwing off DBA readings.
No, I can fix that. Give me 3 seconds. Because, yeah, this is technically the net running map, not the... so we want...
I toggled myself off.
2 units, meters, save. There we go. So that, yeah, that should work now.
Much better. Thank you.
Beautiful. So Whiskey and Tomo have both rolled Scrappy.
Scrappy's brain is struggling. She can't find the initiative button.
Oh, go up to the little cross swords in the top right.
Yeah, that's right. It's not on my character sheet.
You're chilling. Yeah, you're chilling. Like, if you're used to play on Roll20, I get it. Because, yeah, that one does have an initiative button on the sheet.
Hey.
Hey, you want to give me my Inyo back to start combat? You can give us a better initiative.
What a novel concept. What a generous novel offer you made. I think I will, actually.
Roll another one. Roll another. Damn.
No, I think I'll go first instead now. Thank you. So
me and my big mouth.
The moment the weapons start to come out, Tatters is gonna do this. He's gonna move back far. And immediately one of those sleeves is going to just kind of burst open as he unveils one of the things under his jacket. You see a small tube pop up. A pop-up grenade launcher. So, gentlemen, you are all in this beautiful little cluster right now. So, let's see. We're looking at, let's see, because, yeah, it's 10 by 10. There we go. I was like, something's not right here. So that's my box of death. I'm going to center it on Scrappy at the moment. So, anyone want to roll me evasion checks?
Sure.
And Scrappy's going to use up all 4 for luck.
I believe that. Wholeheartedly, I believe that.
I was going to use the rest of my luck, but I feel like I'm going to need it for my first shot because I really need to make sure that I do some effective fucking damage.
Valid. Okay. So 19s and a 22 are not bad numbers by any stretch. So let's see what we get. All right. So, Tomo, you are going to be relatively safe here. So you can move to the edge of the blast radius. So you'll move to probably like here. Is the game paused? No, it is. Oh, no, it is. I'm so stupid. There we go. All right. So you'll move out of the way. For the two of you still in there, I get to re-roll this because this is a smart grenade.
Nice.
Yeah, this is an improved smart grenade. There's going to be a D10 plus 14. Still misses you, so you also get to evade the blast radius. So yeah, the three of you watch as this thunk grenade comes flying in, scatters, and then as Tomo, you duck out of the way a little quicker. The seekers that this thing sprouts, the moment that first explosion goes off, Scrappy and Whiskey, you both see immediately, and you just kind of roll that, basically, with like a percussive scatter shot of explosions following just behind you. That is going to be Tatters first. round, though. Yeah, Whiskey, you're up.
Cool. My turn. We're gonna be attempting to execute Woo technique.
Okay, sick. Yeah, we love Woo technique.
That does confirm.
Woo technique is online. Yes.
Radical tubular. I'm going to let me just because now it's 2 different weapons in my thing. That's fine. All right, first Woo technique.
Okay, so this guy is obviously going to try to evade this.
Ooh, bad luck.
So he does get hit by that. His evasion should be a little higher than it is right now. Hold on. I don't know that would matter here. I don't think it does. Let's see. Plus, yeah, no, it wouldn't matter. So you still hit him. So plink. You suddenly notice as it bounces through the tattered clothing he's wearing. You just see raw flesh underneath there, and it deflects and deforms off of it. This guy's got subdermals.
Yeah. All right.
Second evasion check. Yep, that is going to hit again. Roll me damage.
See, that's a little bit more of what I'm talking about.
That's more what we want. Yeah, so slam 2 rounds down. The first one deforms and just bounces. The second, however, actually makes contact and penetrates. So with that, are you moving at all, Whiskey?
You know, I think I will. Because my move is what? I have 6 move. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, you're
I want to get
his face. All right.
Yeah. I want this little fucking devil running up to him. Because I just went through his subdermal.
All right, Tomo,
and he
you're
should
up.
be scared.
Yep, I'm going to move the 3 squares that I'm allotted without breaking my stance, and I'm going to knock a fire arrow. And hopefully let her... Do I want to aim it is the question. Because if I do aim shot... Yeah, because I can regain up to 2... Hold on. Okay, yeah, it does need to be aim shot. Do I think I can aim? Let's test the waters first. I'm just gonna lob an incendiary arrow at him.
Fair, just
see how it does.
Got
it. Haha! I'm glad I got that Eno back. Damn, I should have aimed it.
All right, so that will hit. So go ahead and roll me damage.
Here, let me make sure that I target so that it's nice and easy to apply. Again, there we go. And a bleed.
Okay, little low, but that is gonna hit and do some damage, and Tatters is on fire. Very cool. Scrappy, you're up.
So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? We're going to do the whiskey. and there's some armor penetrating rounds from an Arasaka rapid assault that's gonna.
For those of you who are confused between the rapid assault and the neo rapid assault, this is the regular rapid assault. Damn. So he does duck that one, thankfully, for my side of the table here.
Okay.
All right. So Tatters is up again. He is going to not put himself out. He's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hey, you can pick.
And we're gonna just Whoomp.
Mm-hmm.
Second arm opens up. Another grenade launcher.
Dude. Are you kidding me?
Oh no!
Alright. Let's see. Nah. Okay. That's fine. Fine.
And Scrappy, do you want to try to evade this? Okay. Okay, so both of you are getting hit by this.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Ow, indeed.
Okay.
Bang. Bang. So let's find out what critical injuries you guys just suffered. Torn muscle on Scrappy. And foreign object on Whiskey. Oof. Ouch, even. And with that, that will end Tatter's turn. He is going to take 2 points of damage here. And we're on to Whiskey.
So, funny thing, I'm only lightly wounded.
Good.
And I need to check something because that foreign object might impact me here.
It means that if you move more than 2 squares, you will suffer 5 damage, and you do that every time.
That's okay.
Gun Fu.
So,
Yep.
Wu technique. Yeah, he's within 25 meters.
He is.
You fucking idiot.
All right.
All
Let's
right.
see. Yep, you got him on the first. All right, that hits. That does damage. Bang bang.
And these are AP rounds,
They
fucker.
are.
Good damage. Good damage.
You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Yeah, that hits
More
it
good
as well.
damage.
Go ahead, roll it. Oh!
There we go.
And it's a crit on heavy
More-
pistol rounds. You'll love to see it.
We're returning the favor.
We are indeed returning the favor. So that's 20 damage through armor to Tatters here. And he is going to take a spinal
Yes!
injury.
Get that
Look at-
turn for you,
Oh,
buddy.
that's big. Okay.
Look at what they need to mimic a fraction of our power.
God, you love to see that. Oh my God, that's incredible. Tomo, you're up.
All right, so I need to move my 1, 2, 3.
Unless, just to quickly check, Whiskey, you didn't want to move from your position, did you?
No, not with that foreign object.
Valid. I mean, you do get 2 for free, so like you could scooch 2, but yeah, no, I understand you.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to check. But yeah, please go ahead, Tomo.
Now I'm going to, since he is already on fire, I'm going to send an armor piercing.
Fuck
Try
yeah.
and chip through more of that subdermal.
I mean, yeah, that's Whiskey's been doing a hell of a job at that one. So yeah, let me see. His evasion says not enough. So yeah. What else?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Says
This is
Ghost.
what happens when you crit the homies.
Oh,
Throw a lobber
Jesus
grenade at my boys.
Christ.
No, fuck.
Okay. So that's a broken arm. You want to
I got the
break his
broken arm I wanted.
We were talking off stream about how you want to break his arm. You broke his arm. You did it. So now, hold on. Now I need to actually see which arm, because that kind of matters here.
Yeah, and the fact that it landed 3-3 makes it awkward.
Okay. Yeah. No. We're chilling. We're chilling. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be. I know which one that is. Okay. Yeah. So with that, Scrappy, you're up.
Ow.
Yeah. Just a little ow. Thankfully, torn
So-
muscle is pretty survivable.
So we're going 1, 2, 3. Oh no. Right. God dang it. Range. It's control. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
All
control drag. Yep.
So, yeah, no, we're gonna dunk with the shotgun again. Because why the fuck not?
Yep. Yeah, send it. Let's see it. Because you're within 12. So DV15. This guy, he will try. Oh, he will try to evade.
Wait, Vic.
Oh. So you do hit. Roll the damage just to check something here.
Do you get a 2-for-1 deal?
No, but he does get a 1, because this guy is mortally wounded now.
This arms are broke.
Yeah!
Fuck your pop-ups.
Man.
Oh,
This guy.
Oh my god, that's incredible. That's truly just... Wow, I've never watched a boss level enemy get shit on so fast.
And then before the end of my turn, I will use the last 2 things of my movement to go. Oh no, wrong way. I'm moving here.
You started here.
Well, I used 3 squares because I was behind Whiskey to go 1, 2, 3.
And then you're going 1,
So, yeah.
2, 3. Or yeah.
Well, I only have a move of 5.
5. So yeah, 1, 2 to there. Got it. Okay. That's why I was like just trying to make sure that you knew where you were. All right. So he is mortally wounded. And that last one actually would have pumped his death save by 1 because it was a hit after he was mortally wounded. So I will add that as well. And I will now roll his death save real quick.
And he.
All right, so gentlemen, all 3 of you are about to get an achievement point. We're calling this one speed running. Kill a boss level enemy in 2 rounds or less. Because you literally just did that, and I got to award that. That's a record. Like.
The funny part is, just for everybody watching, he was kind of hyping it up. He was doing that GM thing, when they're working on something behind the screen. That makes sense. That shit that really scares you. We just dog walked that guy. That was kind of funny.
You guys got really, really lucky with a couple of those crits, though. I am not gonna
The dice
lie.
tell a story.
The dice do tell a story. And the story today is that Tatters is not gonna live.
The story is, if you're gonna show up on our group randomly unannounced, best be ready to explain yourself and come correct, or else we're just gonna be like, fuck it, no loose ends, right? No loose ends.
See, if he survived that death save, I would have been like, I could stuff you in my cryo pump, but I've got this foreign object in me.
So
that's not. Mhm.
Some might say Tatters has now evolved to Scraps.
Yeah, after you're done with him, probably. So
I
with
just
that,
imagine holding the cryo bag about to move. Oh no, my leg! I can't make it over there, dude. Sitting there with his double broken arms. Fuck you!
Oof, ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh.
All right.
5 gets me right next to him. Hey.
So yeah, this guy did die still on fire. So this guy just kind of smoldering over in the corner of the lot here as you guys kind of wrap up the conflict. But yeah, that was literally 2 rounds, 6 seconds for those counting the actual time here, of just utter fuck you brutality against this guy.
Actually, he was kind of playing Billy Badass too, but then if you actually kind of look at how the battle played out, those 6 seconds were him backpedaling, pop-up grenade launcher 1 hits nobody, pop-up grenade launcher 2 gets a lucky hit, and then he gets rattled.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally just thunk, thunk, and then just dead. Like, god damn. So
I got hit and then locked in.
But I do want to run over and put him out relatively quickly and start running his pockets because we need the agent. Because part of the whole reason was, well, we can't figure out who you're about to go answer to. So now is when we really try and find out who he was answering to.
So you start to go through and roll me conceal reveal objects.
Conceal reveal object.
So I will pause Tomo before this roll takes effect.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. We'll hold that roll. Yeah.
To be like, fancy cyber tech could have a dead man switch to explode.
Ooh, again, I love having smart players. Go ahead. You wanna, I assume by that, roll a cyber tech check of your own?
Yes, to half investigate the arms and begin removing them.
Very good.
Along with whatever cyberware that I can find on this guy.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me field expertise cyber tech. Sick. All right. So as you look over his body, you realize the moment you kind of move the collar of his shirt down a little further, you begin to fully understand exactly how loaded this guy was with chrome. For starters, he had his collar up just enough that it was blocking the 2 shard slots poking out of his neck. This guy's wired with a neuroport. One of which even has chipware slotted in it. The second thing you notice is this guy, one, definitely had subdermal armor on under his skin here. He also has cyber legs. As you kind of begin examining the cuffs of his legs, you notice that even those are chromed out. So yeah, this guy was like a full-on whatever he was. He's spec'd up like he's spec ops, basically. So with that said, you look him over, make sure nothing's about to pop up in your face, and aside from the implanted chip in his shard slot, nothing else on him seems to scream dead man switch explosives to you. So what you're able to find, he's got 2 cyber legs, each with a jump booster. He's got 2 cyber arms, each with a pop-up grenade launcher. The left one had a pop-up submachine gun loaded with 40 improved smart heavy pistol rounds. And the other was loaded with Wolvers to attack with. Beyond this, this guy had a couple of installations of different fashion wear. You are seeing on him that there's some EM threading, which I kind of described before. It looked like he kind of had some slightly fancy looking EM threading. Under his sleeve, you also, as you kind of are investigating this, find a skin watch embedded in the chrome. Beyond that, the last thing you notice about this guy, again examining some of where the flesh still is on him, this guy had some grafted muscle and bone lace. And finally, on that one hand that you're looking at, he does indeed have a homing tracer, cyber finger, and microphone cyber finger.
Since Tomo is right next, Scrappy is just
just like dollar signs in her eyes, kind of.
So what do we got? I assume as I'm rummaging through his pockets. I'm mainly looking for that because he said he had a burner. Burners have lower security, so I can probably just open it up, and if he didn't wipe his call history or whatever, who knows? Might get lucky.
So in his pockets and on like the compartments in his clothing where things are stashed, obviously he does have that medium pistol loaded with a full mag of medium pistol rounds. The thing you notice is a little bit oddly, this medium pistol seems to have a mechanism in it that strikes you as a little bit odd. It's a shitty looking pistol, but as you kind of like check things, you notice that the grip on it is just a little thicker than it should be. And there appears to be, when you kind of examine it, there's like a small pin in the mag well that seems to like run the length of it. You see in the magazine itself, there's like a groove cut in that isn't standard on pistols like that. So there's that. There is also 60 additional improved smart heavy pistol rounds in magazines on this guy.
Well,
but then
I'm not really the pistols guy. That's whiskey.
Yeah.
That's
please,
whiskey.
please.
I'll never experience it again. Please. Yeah. But
please.
the other thing that you do find, obviously, is that disposable cell phone he said he had. So, and he even showed it to you earlier when he pulled out the number. It was on the phone. So,
hey, GN.
Mm-hmm.
So funny thing, because Scrappy has torn muscle, I have foreign object. Both of those are the quick fix removes, and both of those only required paramedic. Could I take the time while they're rummaging through the pockets to just be like, to just fix those up real quick?
At least treat your own first, and then as long as Scrappy's willing to take about 5 seconds to let you yank out, or like to reattach her muscles. That should beat the foreign object, I believe, for DV. And that definitely beats the torn muscle.
Radical.
Just saying, Scrappy is literally elbow deep in this guy, salvaging whatever she can.
That's fine.
Can you get him to a table? Do you need me to like help chop him up or anything?
Oh no. The cybertech roll was probably high enough, and Scrappy's...
So here's the thing. Extracting cyberware from a corpse properly is for 4 hours. Ripping it out in a non-functional state, which honestly his arms are already that because you broke them. That is like, just all right, cool. Machete to the joint. They're off. Now let's take these on with us. So this is the question that cybertech check was mostly to identify.
That's true.
Removal is going to take longer. And removal could also potentially explain, namely, like, what is that shard in his neck? Because again, we still haven't identified what that is. And whether or not he has anything deeper seated. Because you've really only gotten to see the surface. Because do you have a tech scanner?
Yes, I do.
You do have a tech scanner. Okay. So then in using that, then you would actually be able to identify the other stuff. Because I had forgotten you had that. So the chip your scanner identifies pretty quickly. That is a pain editor. However, this is the part where you're like, oh my god, this treasure trove couldn't get any better. I'm going to, as the GM, tell you, but it can get worse. And that last entry there is a implanted on his neuroport. There's an implanted bit of tech that you don't immediately recognize until you get a better look at what it's doing. This is where that cybertech comes into play pretty quickly. This is an operative tracer. In other words, if you dispatch a field operative and you want to see where the fuck they are, and their vital signs. That's your piece, like your little piece of chrome that you need to do for that. So, whoever was watching this guy on a screen just watched him get flatlined in 6 seconds.
Oh no.
We should run.
Yeah. I imagine you would note that of like, guys, he had an operative tracer in his neural port, like that means that it's just plugged into his head, right?
It's because neural ports are the replacement for neural links. So it's literally his brain computer. So yeah, it's just a grafted on neural cyberware.
All right.
At that point, so Scrappy is like in awe of how much tech is here, and then her tech scanner goes, "Oh yeah, by the way,
operative tracer,"
and she still has her. She literally stands up. Splatters the entire head on the ground.
Oh, I was about to say, hold on, counterpoint. I still have, because I don't use it really, but I still carry it because it was stitches and ties and all that. I do have a mono katana to cleanly chop his head off, pop out the paint editor, because that's the one thing that we want, and I can just football huck this fucker as far as it will go, and then we get this giant bag of money the fuck out of here.
Well, the paint editor isn't located in the head, is it? It's just internal cyberware?
It's chipware, so you literally could just slot it out of the shard slot on his neck.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
like at the top of your neck, like right underneath the ear, like
yeah, it's
2077 when they're doing the chip,
Oh,
the pick socket stuff, like that spot.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, as Scrappy's pumping for another round of the shotgun, it's the oh.
Hey.
Chop, chop.
Hey, Scrappy, can I see that head when you're done with it?
Well, and it's like as what? I pop out whatever chip from the socket and just, yeah, there you go.
Yep. All right. Tomo, when I say pull, I want you to. We're gonna do some target practice, okay?
Oh, make sure it gets an upward angle so it flies farther.
Tubular. All right.
And I want to do like a full draw, like trying to make this arrow go as far as possible. Just a
why does
basic
this
arrow.
feel like the dark jokes where you're like, someone's like, it's okay, I'm gonna jump, and someone from the ground is, door flip! It's very much.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the arrow's probably going to fly farther than either of us could throw it.
Yeah.
This is very
right.
much that kind of energy right now.
What's the check to huck this thing as far as I can?
Athletics.
Okay. I'm spending all of my luck on this, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hell yeah.
All right. Fuck yeah.
Yes!
Let's go.
Oh, this is the type of dumb shit that I always say. I've critted on dumber. This might be your peak, Nyla.
This qualifies as dumber shit for sure. So yeah, so Whiskey, you grab and just chuck that thing as hard as you can. The distance cap for throwing something is 25 meters. So this is gonna make it like over the top of the roof on that side of the lot here. Probably it'll get up into the air far enough that it'll probably land on the roof if its trajectory isn't altered somehow.
Cool. Well, so
I want
Tomo,
to try and hit it at the top of the arc and try and make it to the end of my bow's range.
Yeah, I'm trying to do this like in a shooting contest with the discus.
You're skeet shooting his head. No, I know it. I knew what you were doing. So yeah,
Bet.
you chuck it up to loft it, and then yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Welcome back to the table, everybody.
Yeah. Welcome back to Neon Inferno. It's a little insane in here, and I'm insane too. So
We've been homesick. Things have gotten a little wild tonight. It's fine.
So how much farther does it go with the added force of the arrow?
So the moment that like Tomo tracks this thing with his bow and thunk, you just watch this thing get lanced, and then it spikes it down right at the edge of the rooftop. So this thing is just pinned there at the edge of the roof, which is flat otherwise. So it's literally like you put his head on a spike.
Bet.
Okay,
Right.
now we delta.
Yeah. Are we taking the body?
Oh yeah, you
Scrappy's-
mean the bag of money? Of course.
Scrappy's
Rad.
over, he's like half dragging it, just like,
10-4.
Yeah,
Hold
so
on, let me see. Do I have it on me?
I've got a carry-all. If you wanna use
no, I still have the Tansin Jetboy hoverboard. The question is, because you can still kind of link up to it, can I hand guide it and use it like a floating cart to just try and like truck this headless corpse along with us, so it's no weight on anybody? Just throw a sheet over him.
I would say so.
Yes.
So I'm gonna just real quick. I need to double check a couple indicators real quick.
35 on that.
You mentioned discus. I imagine the full-on like 3-spin release.
Yeah.
That motherfucker went out there.
like perfect shot put form, just
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I did track and field back in basic.
Back in basic, yeah.
You sure you didn't get hooked up with gimbal?
Soon TM.
Soon indeed. Holy shit. Yeah, you've got a stack of it right behind you there. So, so yeah, you get the Tansin out, you activate it, you put him on there. Perhaps, where are you getting the sheet from now? I'm curious, because you said you want to put a sheet over him. Where's that coming from?
Oh, I was just joking about putting a sheet over him, but I might have something.
I have my cryo pump bag.
Yeah, we could just not use a charge because
You
he's
just
not
bag
actually
him,
dead.
yeah.
You just never, you just
okay.
never charge it. People will just assume that we're hauling away a cryo bag.
Yeah.
Might
Yeah,
get a
search-
little bloody, but it'll wash out.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So as you get him on here into the cryo bag, off in the distance, getting closer very rapidly, you hear the sound of car engines, plural, heading for your general direction here. This has been a largely quiet day up here until now. So, I ask, how did you guys get here?
I think we had a card, didn't we?
yeah, we drove here.
Yeah, so you're gonna load this guy in the van and get the fuck out? Is that what I'm understanding?
It's actual fake ambulance. Just no anything. We just slide the hoverboard in, turn it off so it drops into the bed, hop in, one person drives in the driver's seat, tunk tunk, we're gone.
Just like EMT training.
All right. So what I am gonna ask here, Scrappy, you're the driver. I'm almost nearly assured is the case, right?
Yes, I am absolutely the driver.
Very cool. All right. So as they load him in, you roll me driveline vehicle.
And as I sit in the driver's seat, kind of sore, I take a look at this air hypo that with the green residue, and I just go, fuck it. Suck whatever residue is left out of there to see if anything happens.
You're doing this as you're getting ready to drive?
Yeah.
Okay.
The last guy to do that teleported, but fuck it, maybe it'll save us. He'll drive us out of here and just not remember it.
It's like Nos, but for the driver.
It's that over the hedge scene where it's just downs the full energy drink.
Yeah, just bug-eyed. Roll me resist torture drugs check there, Scrappy. Okay, that's fun. That's real fun. So at first, when you ingest this, you don't feel anything. So you just start going through the motions like, hey, maybe it wasn't a large enough dose, whatever. Roll me driveland vehicle, no penalties.
Outside of me being seriously wounded.
Outside of that, yeah. Wound penalties still apply, but yeah, but an 18 is child's play for you. So yeah, you start the car up. The two of you load him in the back, and this is where you guys begin to pull away. Out the opposite side of the lot here, from where you hear the sirens coming, which is from this, or not sirens, but the engines coming, which is the south of you. I'm trying to think if there's any checks I need to make either of the other two roll. I don't think so. So yeah, you guys pull out moments before these things get to you. And now you are gone. So, as you leave here, I am going to quickly, I know we took a break earlier to set this little encounter up, but I do need to use the bathroom. So, we're going to take another brief break here, everybody. 5 or 10 minutes. And then we will be right back, so don't go anywhere. Hello, everybody. We are back. I apologize if that wait was just a little longer than expected. Food became available to me in the midst of that break, and I was not going to turn that down. So I have dirty rice in front of me now. So if you see me eating, be jealous. Anyway, welcome back. So, combat has just cleared up. If I reveal this really quick, and I just realized for some reason, why does my card look like it's slightly off center? There we go. I don't know. I did something there and it off-centered that, but okay. I fixed my card now. So we have had a brief moment of panic, which you guys recovered from quite nicely. If I reveal the card here, there was a death roll, which, to be fair, Ghost was just explaining that one while I was coming back in. I did not know this practice because my Final Fantasy does not do this. So that is a new loot mechanic system that I have not seen before.
But if you were like, I could give the quick spiel just to try and infect everybody with the plague that is death rolling.
Please,
in case they play MMOs.
By all means, I will eat my dirty rice while you do that.
Okay, so the concept of a death roll, mostly in WoW, you walk up to somebody and say, hey, I have 5,000 gold. I want it to be 10,000. Death roll me for 5k right now. And then they say, yeah, you roll 5,000. And basically, whatever you roll, they roll that number. You're fighting down until somebody hits 1. Whoever hits 1 loses. So it's just a gambling system. Whatever the bet is the number that you start at. You roll back and forth until some unlucky person rolls that 1 and loses all their money.
It's all
in this case, loot.
Yeah, so as a result of this little death roll up, Whiskey has the pain editor. That's all you guys need to understand in the audience. Whiskey now has a pain editor.
Be afraid.
I don't know that he has a... Well, no, you've got your shard slot, so of course you have a slot for it. Are you going to install it right away, actually? I'm curious about this.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
God, I love this.
All right. I pass it right over.
You came for Cyberpunk Red, you stay for a little bit of the gambling we do here, apparently.
Sadly, I can be enticed with gambling 100%.
I mean, I know I've watched how you play Balatro, Nyla, so like, yeah, that checks out.
Oh, Wheel of Fortune every time, baby.
Have you played Clover Pit as well?
I have. That game fucked up.
So yeah, whenever you're ready, Nyla, go ahead and install it because you can just slot that shit straight up into your neuroport.
I don't believe it's in my inventory yet.
Oh, it's not in the inventory. That's why you haven't done it. Hold on, because I'm bad at not distributing it.
No, it's okay.
Oh, and I didn't.
It's my fault, actually.
There's Panader.
I mean, to be fair, we did just kind of take it, load it into the van, drive away, bathroom break.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So, it is in your inventory now. Feel free to install that whenever the whimsy strikes you.
Where is it?
Should be under your cyberware on your sheet, just below your armor. Make sure that category is not.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Oh, that's under average. That's 2 under average. That's still a hit your empathy, but we'll take that.
It was spicy.
I was like, was that him choking on a cookie or what?
No, that was the feeling of my nerve endings burning off.
Okay, so herein lies the fun that's about to unfold. So I don't know, Scrappy, what direction are you starting to direct yourselves in when you leave the apartments?
I would imagine I'm going to drive us by Mega Building H10 first.
H10, okay. So you're going to start heading that direction. Probably heading a little bit north to get away from whatever the fuck those engines were, and then kind of looping back around south to H10.
Yeah, we do not get on the highway.
Fair. All right. So yeah, doing one of these up and then kind of tracing the line back down, because this is just a major street, not really a highway yet. So yeah, and then this is just all of the underpass bullshit, and then you'll make your way back to Mega Building H10. So here's the thing, all right? About halfway through this drive, probably right about the time you approach the entrance onto the ring road here, Scrappy, you start feeling something. Because while it may not have impacted you right in that moment, you did down whatever residual little bit was left of the green substance in that air hypo. Which is a choice. Reckless choice. And yet you made it anyway, and I commend you for the chaos present in that.
Scrappy was sore. She figured it might help with the pain.
That's quite the assumption. So with that said, as you get about halfway to H10, you see something out of the corner of your eye. It's a flash. Like something has exploded off in the distance. But when you track it briefly to see what's happened, it's not there anymore. And yet you could have sworn you just saw something light up, like a flashbulb. And so you continue. And then you arrive pretty damn close to H10. You're in that kind of scramble crossing right before you reach the parking garage. And suddenly you see, and this time here, a person screaming for help, bleeding profusely onto the sidewalk. And this would be kind of on that sidewalk as you approach the garage for building H10. As you see and hear this, what do you want to do?
I would like to roll I would say concentration to see if I could focus and go, that's not real, that's not real, that's not real, that's not real.
Roll it. I love your wager. It's a 15. So you try to focus on it for a moment. And as you do, the screams don't stop in your ears, but the features of this man become more non-distinct. Almost as if you're watching a shape melt in front of your very eyes. And so while the screams remain, you're able to kind of shut out the visuals of this and convince yourself through the noise that it is a hallucination. For the record, Tomo, Whiskey, neither of you see or hear any of this. It is very much Scrappy having this moment.
And Scrappy's eyes are just rapidly twitching, and people can hear her going, it's not real, it's not real. The metal is real.
Like, the car is stopped. Like, cause did you bring the car to a stop when you started having this like experience here outside the mega building?
No, I slowed down.
Just slowed down.
I didn't stop.
Okay. Yeah, so you're slowly rolling past this quickly kind of deforming person on the sidewalk.
I'd imagine that on this concentration check, it's okay, I need to stop somewhere. Slows down and starts trying to go into the parking garage.
Well, two bits of that would kind of explain. I don't think Tomo would notice. One, because he didn't see you slurp down the last of the green goop because he was helping to load up the body. And then on the ride back, I actually wanted to call ahead because the dude gave us the name of that brothel and the girl that we wanted to see. So I wanted to try and call ahead and see if they could either put me in touch with her as like an excuse to just talk to her now, or like set up a reservation so that if we do go, we'll know that she'll be there.
Okay.
And free to talk.
Very good. All right. So you, locate the number for the pink demon on the data pool. It's a pretty trivial thing to do, especially being this close in the area. The data pool likes servicing things that are near you, right? So it's pretty trivial the amount of time it takes for you to locate this and pull that up on your holophone and dial the number. And so from the other side, you hear what you can pretty readily pick out is clearly like an AI agent of some kind answering the call. And it literally is just pretty much what you'd expect from an establishment like this. Thank you for calling the Pink Demon, where all of your sinful fantasy can become very visceral reality. And it just then gives you the phone menu of like, if you have a reservation, like hit number, or, like basically it just wants you to trail down this path to get to wherever you want to go.
Let's hope the more things change, the more they stay the same. I didn't want to cut off your intro spiel, but Tomo wouldn't be waiting for it to finish. He'd be doing the classic agent.
Just 1111111.
Agent. No, when you just keep repeating it monotone because it's going to keep trying to feed you lasers. So like, please allow me to try an agent, and then it cuts off and then goes to the next stage.
The old school version of that, as someone who worked in call centers for nearly 10 years, was spamming 0, because eventually that would get you through to someone qualified as an operator. So that's what I'm used to just hearing, is like, sometimes I've literally answered the phone having people on the other end, and you'll still hear the dial tone of doot, 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 of them like still tapping the 0 key on their keypad. So like, I'm intimately familiar. Or when you finally
I feel like
Tomo's
not the kind of guy who answers to those sort of. He is the guy who spams 0 until it forwards into the front desk because it doesn't care anymore either.
Right. And yeah, and like I've answered the call and just heard them saying, "Are you a real person?" Yes, I am. How do I know you're a real person? Oh, okay, well that gets a little more complicated. So with that, you do, yeah, eventually, like through the spamming of this, eventually get directed to reservations.
Hey, got a recommendation from a Troom about a girl named Emerald. What is her availability?
Well, I believe she's booked with a client at the moment. However, if you're willing to come either late tonight or tomorrow, there should be some availability.
Well, I would say pencil me in for whatever time tomorrow. You got the deets from the call log, right? You can send it over, like a confirmation or whatever, just so I have it.
Certainly.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And then he's not even going to wait on a response. He's just going to hang up. He's like, dealing with that shit.
I also just love that, like, right now in the car, there's Scrappy having a nervous break, and then meanwhile, Whiskey is just, like, on the best kind of opiates one could possibly conceive of. There's a very huge difference in energy.
The metal is real. The metal is real. That person was.
Yeah. You're Whiskey doped out of her mind, Tomo booking a reservation at a brothel, and literally Scrappy just losing her mind on her bad trip. What a car.
Man, I've been in a few different crews. This is like the most cyberpunk street level table I think I've been a part of.
I love it. I wouldn't argue that it's probably one of the more street level ones I've run for. So Scrappy, as you pass the rapidly deforming man on the sidewalk into the garage, when you arrive in the garage, there's a brief moment where the garage ceases to be, and you see a vision almost of like you're driving the car into the wide aisles, if you want to call them that, between servers and a server farm. Before again, reality kind of snaps back to you and the parking garage returns.
At that point, it would be a firm stamping on the brakes.
Yeah. So yeah, suddenly all three of you in the car, Scrappy maybe less so because you're anticipating it because you're doing it. But Tomo and Whiskey, both of you suddenly feel that jolt of like a brake getting too suddenly applied.
Oh shit.
What did we hit? Tomo's already reaching to pull the bow off of his back.
And I would imagine, or at least hopefully this is true, Charlie, if anyone can see Scrappy's completely organic eyes, there's like a terrible green tinge coming up from the back of them, and it's just
so
you took the
not a green tinge, but you do see her eyes much more bloodshot than they were previously. They're and yeah, it's pretty obvious because where did you put the hypo cylinder after you did a shot of whatever the fuck that was?
Oh, between my legs.
Okay. So yeah, Whiskey, you probably are in the better position to notice then that, yeah, Scrappy's got this file and suddenly you don't see the residue anymore in there as you kind of glance over.
I'm curious now because I'm like, oh, you did it. Okay. Well, let's check for what symptoms this causes here.
Yeah, you go into medic mode.
Yeah. What am I looking at? What check would I need to make? to kind of.
So, some of this is going to be conversation between you and her, but roll me paramedic, because that's really what this all loops back to, is diagnostics.
Yep.
For a sec there, I thought that was going to be a 1, but no, that's good. All right. So, you notice pretty quickly a couple things, right? One is obviously, like I said, the bloodshot eyes. They aren't really like dilated or tightened in any way. Like her pupil function seems normal. But you're definitely noticing like, rapid eye movements, and like there's almost probably what would be for her fairly unconscious, subtle like muscle tremor in her arms and neck, where there's like almost like the muscles are tensing and relaxing rapidly.
Yep.
Sort of like I described the Maelstrom having that twitch in their cyberware when it's not well maintained. Except that the parts of Scrappy doing this are the organic parts of her. So it's a little less of a good news there, because it means something's fucking with her nervous system.
Scrap, I need you to talk to me. What are you seeing?
The bloody man wasn't real. He turned into a blob. Then code. Lots of code.
Okay. All right.
I had a garage.
Let me Scrap, I need you to look at my finger, all right? And I'm gonna just track my finger with your eyes, okay?
It is the slowest turn ever to look at your finger.
Motherfucker hit they're here.
All right. I'm looking at a hallucinogen, maybe some stimulant properties. That's a mix.
My hands have not let go of the steering wheel.
Yeah,
all
just
right.
white knuckled.
All right, I need you to untense your shoulders for me. Can you do that? All right, we're gonna go see a Ripper.
Why can't I feel my hands?
Do I know a Ripper off top as I'm seeing this go down? Do I know a Ripper that might make a house call? Because our driver isn't exactly in the driving mindset right now.
Right. The good news is, yes, there are plenty of Rippers not terribly far from here. Little China, Kabuki, the NID kind of all have variety. In the NID, you're talking more Maelstrom affiliated Rippers, so you may not want to go that route, but within Little China and Kabuki, there are definitely some options there. So Little China, there is a Ripper that goes by the name Desync, which is he specializes mostly in neuroviruses, which this might be, in fairness, the unlikely. This is very much you're thinking substance, but the guy could know a thing or two about neural toxins potentially. The other that you would know that is in Kabuki is a Ripper that her name is Crystal. She doesn't actually go by a handle. Her real name is Crystal Davis. She is a Ripper that is a little more like street level gen practice. So she will do typical, Ripper work on the street in terms of like implanting cyberware, doing basic medicine. But yeah, she's much more of a kind of general practitioner. As a result, though, she's also usually far more busy. Whereas desync is usually one that you could pretty reliably get a call to and get them to come pretty immediately. That's all good.
Oh, water went down the wrong pipe, trying to choke me out.
I hear that. Yeah. Nope, been there, done that.
Yep. Yeah, I would probably mention. Do you want me to call desync? He knows he's a ripper, but he's more into like shit that fucks with people's heads. He might be able to get a read on this.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Do you think he'd be willing to also take a look at Dumber back there and point to the cryopag?
Well, we get her head back on straight, and she should be able to pull it all for us. But
okay, yeah, I'm cool with that too. Either whichever you want to do. Well, however you want to do it, I think desync is the better option anyway. More eyes over at Crystals.
Yep. So then I will give him a call.
Yeah. So you call over to desync, and as he answers, he says, "Tomo, it's been a hot minute. That port I installed for you still working?"
Oh yeah. Sadly, haven't had a chance to use it yet, but I'll find something for it, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, the reality sync shit is honestly pretty preem anyway. It's nice to be able to just stare at a phone number and dial it instead of having to, type it in like some Luddite gonk. But what's the cause for the call?
Well, as usual, something interesting. Chum of mine I've been doing some work with, kinda sipped on a random green jello shot in a vial that we picked up on somebody that we were tracking. And now she's seeing a whole bunch of colorful things, and, well, you're the only Ripper I know that even messes with shit that fucks with people's minds, so figured you'd be the one to call if you don't mind running out to Mega Building H10.
She did what? And you just hear like the shock in his voice as that registers with like, yeah, she just sucked down a random syringe. Like,
yeah, I mean, hey, it's interesting. If you want to come out and take a look, if you can do anything for her, I'm sure we can scrape some heads up for you.
Yeah. Give me like 10 and I can make it over to the Mega Building. Just, ping me the apartment or whatever number I need over there, and I'll be by as soon as I can get there.
For sure. See you in a bit, Chum.
Yeah, see you in a bit. And with that, you guys get out of the car, because thankfully it is parked in more or less a space here where it's not really blocking anything, and like getting it into an actual parking space here is trivial enough, even for those of you who aren't super trained on how to handle this thing. So like finishing parking it in a way that is more normal, pretty easy. Afterward, I assume the plan, and please contradict me if I am wrong, but you guys are just gonna try and slowly guide Scrappy up toward the apartment that the two of you, or no, to the apartment that you have here, Tomo, because the two of you are over in a different Mega Building.
Yeah, and on the way up, I'm basically just gonna be like, okay, let's get vitals. Basically, just be like an EMT who's presenting like patient just arrived to the hospital type shit. Just something ready for desync when he gets here.
Yep. Whiskey's on Scrappy watch, and since I'm the gimbal guy, I'll take the body upstairs so that way it's not just sitting in the van in the parking lot.
Fair enough. So,
because I can just carry up the cryo bag while it's still show.
Praise be the mechanical cog.
You didn't suck down like Adeptus Mechanicus juice here. You're still very much you.
Like I said, I'm just being goofy with this.
Yeah. No, I'm not criticizing. I'm just like, that's not Adeptus Mechanicus juice. It's not going to make you praise the Omnissiah yet. So
But you should.
So with that 5 to 10 minutes can feel kind of like a lifetime, because as you're sitting there waiting for the doc to arrive and for Tomo to get back after he drops off the body bag, there are these flashes of things that haven't happened. There's a vision where for a moment you see in the back of the van a group of faces that you haven't seen in probably months at this point. Some of your old nomad tunes from back in Arizona. And they just kind of come in wordlessly, kind of looking at you, shake their heads and leave. Almost as if there's something in what they see to be disappointed in. And as that train wraps, there's another moment where from behind you, just out of vision, you can hear Stitches saying something about, next gig's gonna be preem. We're gonna earn all the fucking eds. Just you watch. 2K, it's coming. And when you look, no one's there. There's a moment.
Dead people.
There's a moment where as you kind of like move your vision back, you see a man in front of you, nondescript, clad in a military style suit of armor, and he soundlessly, wordlessly looks at you before turning away and walking out like your nomad tunes did. And then, probably most distressingly, when that passes and you're starting to feel maybe that small sense of normalcy beginning to kind of creep back into you, and you're just focusing on your own breathing, the unmoving rivet lines of the roof of the car, suddenly you hear a gunshot. And next to you, you see for a moment Whiskey with a hole in her head before, again, the vision vanishes almost as quickly as it comes on.
Spicy.
What would you do with a drunken sailor?
So, in all of these visions, obviously, I'll address the vision of Whiskey at the end. But to the sight of the nomads walking away and then the armored person walking away, I will attempt to try and follow them physically.
Yeah. So as you work against, because I imagine the way I'm picturing this, and correct me if I'm wrong, Whiskey, I imagine you probably get Scrappy into the back of the car and just basically have her sitting down, trying to like help her like stay stable.
Yeah. I imagined we're walking up to Tomo's apartment, so like I was envisioning like having her like slung on my shoulder.
100% they'd be invited up. I wouldn't leave them with a tripping out person in the middle of the garage.
And if she tries to like go the opposite way, I'm gonna just grab her and just literally sling her over my shoulder.
Yeah, and you still feel because this is the weird thing, Scrappy, you only become aware of the fact that you're on her shoulder when you try to move your legs and you don't move forward. And then suddenly you become re-aware of the feeling of gravity that comes with being vertical or horizontal rather than vertical, I should say. As your head is kind of slowly bobbing over the shoulder of Whiskey. And so as these visions kind of happen, you're almost powerless to really do anything other than to have them come strike you like a wave in the ocean and then subside. It's jarring. It's nauseating. And after that last one where you glance at Whiskey's head and see there a bullet wound, it's right about then that you arrive at Tomo's apartment.
Never fade away.
And almost to whatever sound the door latch would make, that Tomo would begin opening a shrill shriek of, "No, Whiskey, don't die on me!" As I'm feeling around Whiskey's head, putting pressure on what looks like the bullet wound.
And that's when you don't feel that wet feeling, that sticky wet of blood. Instead, you feel just her hair.
Well, I mean, I got metal hands. I can't feel them anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, they have sensation stitched into them. Yeah, you can feel sensation. Yeah, it's probably right now not feeling great in general. Like, you might have some very mixed sensory things there, but at the very least, when you touch her head, you don't actually feel anything where the wound visually should be, and it's when you move your hand away that it's gone.
I fixed it. I fixed it.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna touch that with the 10-foot pole. Let's go on the couch, buddy. Let's go on the couch. The couch is nice. The couch is safe.
Wait. That's right. We're building H10, right? This is almost place.
That would be the one. We got a dock coming soon. You know, T-minus 10 minutes.
Did
Okay.
you grab the air hypo from the seat?
Yeah, I think I would.
Yeah.
Present it to the doc.
The first cohesive sentence and breathing.
Yeah. Oh my god, you strung together a sentence. I'm so proud of you. Oh my god. This is progress.
Oh my god, a full cohesive sentence.
Oh no, this is good. This is good. Yippee!
So, as reality begins to sink back into your sense here, it's only a few moments later, maybe a minute, that at the door you could hear knocking. Tomo.
I'm guessing that's I already forgot his name.
Desync.
Desync. I knew it was D something.
Yeah, you're good, dude.
So I'll call out to check. Just desync.
Yeah, you called for a house call?
I'll open the door and say, "Yep."
Yeah, and you see this guy walk in. He's got the trappings of like medical doctor-ish, right? Like he's got like one of those white medical coats, although his does have a few more holes and a little bit of little grime to it, right? Little look like little scuff marks where maybe he's rubbed up against something a little dirty. Underneath that though, he's like all urban flash, like complete with like some streetwear shoes, LED kind of lines running down the shirt and pants he's wearing under his medical jacket, and even like the glasses he's wearing have kind of that framework on them that screams kind of this like ultra stylish, very urban, although the glasses themselves don't seem to have any kind of like lighting in them. You see as he kind of sits down and begins kind of looking at you with intention, Scrappy. He kind of glances up at the other two and just says, so, how long has it been since she took the dose? As he, like, tries to carefully pick those words. Still somewhat dumbfounded at, like, why would you do this?
15, 20 minutes. Do you want the full dressing down, or do you want to...
I mean, if you got it, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And he pulls out a tablet from a messenger bag at his side. And begins to like pull up whatever kind of charting he's gonna do here.
I'll give him the results of my paramedic role in the most paramedic fashion I can muster.
Yeah, like
in such
literally
a way.
just very clinical kind of like rundown of what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And so he looks and pulls out a small pen light and starts, tracking your pupils and stuff. He says, well, you haven't blown a pupil, so at least your brain's probably fine. So that's something. And he kind of flicks through a couple things on his tablet real quick. He says, so what else has been kind of going on there, Scrappy? It sounds like when Whiskey was or based on what Whiskey just told me, it sounds like you've been seeing and hearing things.
Yes. Bloody old man on sidewalk turned to sludge, dissipated on against car. I saw dead people.
Okay. That's and he continues kind of scrolling through his tablet as you bring that up. All right. Anything else?
Flashes in the corner of my eyes, I guess. That's all my cohesive brain can give you right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's as you say that, Scrappy, that suddenly you have another brief sight. You see a man, mirror shades, covering most of his face, but he's got long, kind of ratty, two-toned hair, and he's wearing what appears to be some kind of like black, it almost looks like a band tee of some kind, though the name doesn't register at least as a language you recognize. The glyphs don't make any sense. Maybe your brain's just not able to think through it properly to see it right now. And he's wearing some kind of a multicolored jacket. You're not sure if it's made of foiling or if it's just a hologram. He's there for a moment. He smiles at you and then, like a blink, vanishes.
Did anyone else see that guy?
No, there's been no guy except for these two.
Right.
Wait, Tomo and Desing.
If someone could write down this description before I lose it. I would like to roll concentration again to see if I can remember what I just saw.
So you can absolutely remember what you just saw. However, I will have you roll concentration to realize a separate aspect of that.
Womp.
Okay. So you do describe this. Tomo and Whiskey, if you could both also roll me concentration.
You got it, dude. Ooh.
That's the... You rolled my entire test.
Literally. Cool. So, as Scrappy describes this man that she thinks she just saw standing in the room with you, Desync looks very puzzled. He's like, I have never heard of or seen a man like that before, but the two of you have this brief moment of recollection. Tomo, yours is more like it's not a moment of recollection so much as that sounds really familiar. You can't quite pick up where you saw it. But Whiskey, as he describes this person, you think of that face that keeps showing up on the billboards that says, you need a friend. And it sounds strikingly similar.
Hey, Scrappy.
Yes, not dead Whiskey.
Are you talking about the guy on the billboard? The you need a friend guy?
Maybe. I think so. I don't know. He's just a dude.
Why?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Scrappy, what does the word friend mean to you?
You?
Aw, that's sweet.
That guy? As I point to Tomo.
Roll
Yeah,
me
Tomo's.
and as you say Tomo's name, roll me resist torture drugs check.
Uh-oh.
Yippee!
So like that it sticks. Like you do regard both these people as friends, and yet you are hit with an overpowering sense that the guy you just saw was your friend. Absolutely, whoever the hell he is, that is a friend of yours.
Yeah, that guy I also just saw. He was like Stitches. Like Stitches was a bro.
He was.
Yeah, this guy is my bro. Like he's awesome.
What about the guy on the billboard?
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. That guy's just kind of awesome.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Could I? Okay, at this point in time, because I feel like this is venturing into this category, and I know we've used this before for this kind of purpose, and it's a long shot.
Yeah.
Could I try to medical tech to do a little bit of conversational therapy?
Ooh. Well, I mean, therapy is therapy. So yeah, no, like you can do some talk therapy. It's definitely not going to be as effective as like the full course of medical therapy, but
sure. Yeah. This is more to like do a psychological like
eval
probing.
Type of thing. Yeah. Roll it. Let's see it. Okay. So what you're getting from this is while she is absolutely having hallucinations, the probing conversation kind of back and forth between you leads you to understand Scrappy is shockingly of extremely sound mind outside of her hallucinations. This is not affecting her thought process in any way.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Well, her neurological functions are fine.
Is there
But-
something I can read into it? Like, because it would be really strange if it's the effects of the drugs kicking in, or if it's the drugs exacerbating some other form of brainwashing with that weirder group of quote-unquote friends.
That's what I was thinking too, above table. It's like the subliminal messaging that they were kind of doing.
Yeah, like, did that actually get to somebody? And then it's just like being with the crazy ass drugs. That's just like one of the things that it's making flash up is that bit of brainwashing, that little worm that got in, that friendly little worm.
I can totally take you guys to this friend. Like, would I assume that this friend is somewhere in like Little China right now?
So this is the fun thing, because I think Nyla, I know, was watching during the intro. There was a radio. There's a radio show on earlier today where they claimed to have a guy by the name of Ratchet on. And it was while you guys were driving to meet the people that gave you this assignment. When that radio host came back, it seems like he left during our break. However, we want to talk about cyberware malfunctions and what they can do. And there is that moment of Goldsmith under the overpass. You'll know it when you see it. Come home. That kind of drifts back into your mind. You're not sure why. It doesn't seem to have a rhyme or a reason. But in your state right now, those words drift back in and you can't help but feel like they were important somehow. Even if it's just some crazy dude on the radio.
Yeah, the Goldsmith guy. Like I can think. Yeah, I think I know which overpass he's staying underneath. We could go talk to him.
And Desync looks up at the two of you who are sober. And he says, now wait, what the fuck are we talking about some billboard for? Because, like, he's been trying to, like, basically note all of the symptoms that you guys have kind of been rattling off. And it's only now that it's kind of sinking into him. He's like, wait a minute, what billboard are you talking about?
And Scrappy will excitedly describe the face on this billboard interrupting whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like goes off. Me when anyone asks me about Elite Dangerous.
Like this guy has long double color hair, and he has this like really cool black t-shirt that looks like a band logo. I couldn't read what it said on it, but like,
wait. Oh, above table. Is this Cody's character?
I ain't saying shit.
Okay. Never mind. Forget I asked anything.
but
I ain't saying shit.
Yeah, like he would be able to help you tell he would be able to help you tell me what's wrong with me, and probably even like help you out because he's like the best friend ever.
And Desync like holds a hand up and says, hold on. I've never once in my life seen the billboard of the guy you're describing right now.
Hey,
what do you mean? It's in the Corpo Center. Like,
hey, Scrappy, let me ask you a question. What's wrong with who and above table? Who are you referring to with like what's wrong? He can help you with what's wrong with you.
I'm talking to Desync because he's dirty.
What's wrong with desync?
Well, I mean, his clothes are all tattered and jacked up, and like his stuff doesn't look like it's taken care of very well. No offense, but like.
You can just see he's like kind of taken aback by that sudden shift, and like suddenly he's being judged here instead of him evaluating the patient he was called in for.
But yeah, the goldsmith could tell you guys what's wrong with me, if there's anything wrong, and then could give desync some advice for like cleaning up his stuff and taking care of it better, because I'm pretty sure he messes with a whole bunch of cyber psychos all the time.
Oh. Doc, can I speak with you for a second?
And you can just see he's like still looking like, what's wrong with me at his clothes. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Big guy, Tomo, keep an eye on her. And just like, very much trying to disentangle himself from this.
Tomo's just been leaning against the wall, and as like the over starts happening, he just kind of lowers his head like, oh, he's here to help, man.
And when desync and Whiskey step away, I will pull out my agent and I will begin looking for this billboard.
Sure. You roll me a library search, and then we'll come back to that in just a moment. So, Whiskey, you and desync walk into like the other room, essentially. It's not a very big apartment, but it's just big enough that there's like kind of a side room that you could kind of wander into to isolate yourselves in the conversation you're having. And so when you do, what do you want to say?
So first of all, just remember she's in an altered state of mind. Just now, in your professional opinion. Talk to me.
My professional opinion, whatever was in that stuff, it's hallucinogenic. That's for damn sure. Beyond a hallucinogen, though, I mean, she's describing things that aren't there, obviously. She seems infatuated with this particular phantom she's seeing. That's quite strange. And I still am trying to reason up what billboard she's even referring to. If that's not a hallucination she saw on the way over here, then
That's the thing.
Yes.
It's not.
It's not.
That I know that billboard. So, do you smoke, by the way?
Not often, and I'm trying to quit.
Oh, I'll refrain then. Let me ask you this, because I mean that billboard had I guess one could say a presence to it, kind of presence that marketing teams spring for. You wouldn't happen to think that maybe whatever she took, in addition to hallucinogenic, well, I bring this up because back in the day, some of the boys got their hands on some synthetic psilocybin. And, well, they didn't quite have this effect. You know, it puts you in an altered state of mind. In such a way that it doesn't quite hinder your thought process, but rather allows you to form new ones. Right? I wonder if this particular concoction is a hallucinogen that also renders you in a more easily influenced state of mind. And this billboard just seemed to have the most impact on her psyche.
I mean, it's possible, but I have a hard time believing that if she wasn't under the effect of that hallucinogen when that struck her, you know, when she saw it, why would it surface again now? That's
a good question.
A strange association. Everything else she's been seeing is at the very least connected to? Because I assume you would have mentioned some of the dead people that she saw were people that like that you both knew well. So yeah, he says, I mean, trauma, things associated with trauma make sense. That makes sense. What doesn't make sense is in the midst of trauma where people she knew and have left her are appearing and disappearing with an alarming frequency. Why some random advertisement in the middle of that? It just doesn't make sense.
Maybe, well, it could be.
Did she ever work in a server farm?
Ever work in a server farm? It's possible.
She described a hallucination where the garage suddenly looked like a server farm.
Can I roll concentration to see if I remember any details about that?
Sure. Okay, and this is where I look at you, Robert. Did Scrappy ever work in a place like a server farm that looked anything like what she saw in the garage?
Not her, but probably her nomad family.
Well, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So, yeah, you would know that. I imagine about her that was, like she never worked in a server farm. It's not to your knowledge.
Nah, but her family did. Probably the only work they could find out in Southwest.
Well, and
do you have a chem analyzer with you? Sorry.
Yeah. No, I've got a chem analyzer. I can have a look at whatever might be left.
Here's the air hypo. I still got it on me.
And so he pulls out the chipware that he has slotted for this. Dabs one end of it with the substance and slots it and starts getting readouts on a little handheld terminal he's using. And he cocks his head as he sees the readouts. He says, that doesn't make sense. The contents of this thing, I mean, I was expecting to see glass. I was expecting to see maybe on the far end, perhaps something like I don't know, Deliriant, if she managed to get into an old like military stockpile or something like that.
Yeah.
None of these compounds are hallucinogenic.
What are you seeing, Doc?
There's a few in here that are over-the-counter painkillers. One that is an antipsychotic, ironically. Albeit a very low dose, perhaps just enough to dissociate slightly with one's surroundings. But the rest is, I mean, it's just those sorts of compounds distilled out in water.
Read out the specific compounds to me. And as he does that, can I roll science chemistry?
Please, go ahead. Yeah, because you're actually good at this. While you do... Oh, wait, yeah, no. I'll resolve this first. So, Whiskey, as you run that through your knowledge of things, I mean, most of them are... They'd be, like, equivalents to, like, a Tylenol or an Advil. Like, they are very... very readily available over-the-counter painkillers. Like, incredibly basic, cheaply bought painkillers, and there's like a very small dosage of something underneath that you have less of an understanding of, but you know that part of the compound is one that used to be administered to vets that would be leaving the service to try and reacclimate them to civilian life. It didn't usually work. But it was like they called it a mood stabilizer. And so while the compound here isn't exactly the same, it looks close enough that you would be able to kind of pick it out. But then there is a cluster of other more complicated chemicals and molecules in this that you can't readily identify.
Shit, it sounds like a dissociative agent. Just causes you to basically just escape your kind of reality now and kind of shift you into wherever your mind takes you.
I mean, maybe, but it shouldn't have that pronounced an effect. I mean, for how much she took what? You said the dredges of what was in here, right?
Yeah. Like licking the side. Yeah, literally lick the sides of the vial, basically. It could be, I don't know. Could be super concentrated, the stuff. But who's to say?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get back out there.
Yeah. So, Scrappy, you're on your agent. You're scrolling through, and no matter what you do, you can't find images of this billboard anywhere. And you maybe don't have like a netrunner's understanding of the net in terms of where to find things, but you absolutely should be able to find an ad. They're fucking everywhere in this city. They're constant. You could trip and fall into 5 of them. And yet, for the life of you, you cannot find this one.
Even with Shaggy's assistance?
Even with Shaggy's assistance. And Shaggy even comments, "Are you doing okay, boss? I mean, it's not a usual thing for you to start looking for ads."
Yes, I'm doing fine. Why can't you find this billboard, you silly outdated piece of machinery and programming?
I mean, I'm sorry. I just, it doesn't exist. I don't know what to tell you.
I know it exists. I saw it. I saw it with the card that was in the van.
I'm gonna walk in and say, "What did you just call me?" Outdated piece of machinery. The fuck?
Yeah, that's what this. What's your name again? As I talk to my agent, asking what my AI's name is.
Yeah. I mean, you call me Shaggy.
Yeah. The goldsmith will be able to fix all of this.
Who's the goldsmith?
The guy with like the really cool hair, the band shirt, and like the multicolor stuff going on around him and stuff like that. Like,
how do you know him?
I just do.
Did you meet him?
Probably somewhere.
Probably somewhere.
Well, I remember when we met. We met out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. And that was years ago.
Yeah, no, I picked you up in Quartzsite, Arizona while I was driving out here.
Yeah, you remember that. And that was years ago. So I think you would remember if you met.
And you and I both chatted with the goldsmith in Quartzsite.
We did. What did we talk about?
He was helping me get over the fact that a couple of my nomad tombs died in a fire at the server farm. That's why we moved over to working on cars.
And so suddenly you see Desync kind of entering something on his tablet with a look on his face that almost reads like, well, that makes sense.
Wait, wasn't it like the group of people that were like, oh, don't go head first to get that one car when we got the car guide out of there? They were the ones being weird about like being friendly and all that shit. And I can't remember what it was, but I stole some note or something off somebody. I remember I got some extra tip off. It didn't give me definitive answers, but it was like they were definitely weird about something. So we just kind of got the car and dipped.
Yeah.
Oh,
We were like, no, we are not going to follow the haunted trail.
and
don't wanna
this
be
is
your
where
friends.
Scrappy will feel around her pockets, and this is when she'll realize that she took that tarot card that was originally found in the van. She'll take it out of her pocket.
Yeah. And as you examine this thing, when you first had this in your hand, it looked like just a weird tarot card. As you hold it now, it is a slightly oversized business card. And on the reverse of it, the front is still the Fool, but on the reverse, where before there was just some kind of odd asymmetrical design, now you see it's good to have a friend, and an address at the corner of Goldsmith and Charter. And with that, we are going to call the end of session for right now. This is a good spot, I think, for us to call it. So, so things are confusing, things are delirious, things are fun. I'm having a good time with this one. So, for all of you, you earned an achievement today for zeroing a guy in 2 rounds. A guy who I will not be ashamed to say was loosely based on the Cyber Psycho stat block. You flatlined him in 2 rounds. Very good. So I think everyone is deserving of a solid 60 IP. Nothing too crazy happened, but there was absolutely some very fun bits of not only improvisation and roleplay, but also just some really good like team tactics type stuff. So very, very good run, guys. So with that said, does anybody have anything that they'd like to share before we wrap up for the week here?
No.
All right. Well,
Nope, Scrappy is stoned. She doesn't have anything to share.
well,
It's so good to be back. That was a lot of fun.
I agree. I am. Hopefully, this will just continue, and we won't have to like pause for that long for a little bit here, because I will be in town until the middle of the month. So, and then that should only be 1 week. So, for now, thank you all 3 of you for playing as usual. To everyone here live with us on Twitch, thank you all for watching. If you are watching on YouTube or Spotify, as always, please like, subscribe, etc. Follow the show if you're on Spotify, so you know when New ones are going up. But I hope all of you, regardless of if you are watching this now or later, I hope all of you have a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon wherever you are in the world. Stay healthy, stay safe, until we see each other again. Peace.